Hey guys, Omni here. Today we are starting our journey into the One Piece anime. Now, my actual introduction to the world of One Piece came through the live action series that Netflix just put out. I had always kind of wanted to kind of see what One Piece was about. When I was younger, something about the art direction when I was younger just kind of turned me off. I just thought it was some goofy Looney Tunesy kind of thing. I don't know why. When I was a kid, I was a little dumb about certain things. So something about the way it looked when I was younger made it not look that appealing to me. And then by the time, I started to evolve, mature and stuff like that, it was already just so far ahead of wherever the starting point would be. I just was always turned off about giving it that shot because it was well beyond the episode counts of the stuff that I've already been keeping up with, at least actively. It's a lot easier when you start a journey earlier on and you're coming along growing with it, like I did with Dragon Ball and Naruto and stuff like that. I started those from the beginning. So while they still have a crazy episode count, I was there, week to week to week to week to week to week as it was growing. Coming in at the beginning of something that has already been going on for so long and be like, wow, the distance is just all the way out there. It's intimidating. It's like, oh my God, this commitment. So when the live action series came out, and obviously the reputation of live action anime adaptations is not that great, track record has not been that good. There's been one, maybe two that have ever been done. Most of the time it was a movie. It's not like a series adaptation or anything like that. That have done pretty well, but the trailers look good, and I was like, okay, maybe this could be my gateway. I watched the first episode, was instantly hooked. That being my experience with it, while truncated as it is, was really good. I really loved the world as it was displayed there. I had a lot of fun. The community was so welcoming. Everybody was so helpful in the comments. I just was enthralled with that world in the way that it was presented there. And I want to go back and compare it. Go back and watch the original and see what it was like. What are some of the differences? How much is expanded? How much got cut out? What little nuggets are here and there? I'm sure there's some filler. I'm sure some stuff that, universally some people may skip along the way in their rewatches and whatnot. That's just natural. But I'm very curious to see what all these little kind of expansions are, because I really was infatuated with the world and I really want to get more of that. Hell, I got me 2 straw hats now. I'm leveling up, man. And I'm ready for this journey. And I know there's no way to make everybody happy, whether or not I watch sub or dub or anything like that. I'm going to be watching the sub because I like the original performances. I know there were some like hard contenders and people vying for the dub to be the reaction for this. And honestly, I mean, at the end of the day, the story comes across, I imagine, the same thing. I don't know how much localization affected like the translation and stuff like that for the dub. I've seen it really shift some stuff. I don't know how much of a stark difference there is from this. I know there's some voice actors that I'm a fan of that are part of the dub, but it's a hard call to make. I hope you guys still, regardless of what we decide to do here, stick along and follow along for the journey with me, because I would love to see what happens. Now, right now, because I really loved my blind reaction going into things, right now the plan is to only watch up until the conclusion of season 1 of the live action anime for now. Until season 2 comes out, I'll go into that blind, and then we'll kind of leapfrog our way through the One Piece canon and lore. Because as I understand it, the One Piece live action show covers roughly 40 to 60 episodes, give or take. I saw a lot of different numbers, but it always kind of fell within that little purview. I know there's some things that come way later, like the Garp stuff, because they pulled that. Some people let me know in the comments they pulled that from stuff that is just way away from the Arlong stuff. So I think we'll probably go up to the end of the Arlong Park arc and at least play it by ear. Who knows? Maybe I'll get too addicted and I won't be able to stop. That's very likely. I'm not going to be pumping these out because we got a lot of time between now and when season 2 of the show comes out. So I'm just going to ease into this. We'll do maybe 1 episode, maybe 2 a week. It depends on my schedule with balancing out other reactions, because I do have a lot going on in October and November. Right now, I'm trying to figure out what day works best, but keep an eye out. We'll be doing at least 1 episode a week, and I hope you guys come along for the journey, because I love your insights, because I also found out from the normies watching their reactions, because they've been doing live reads of the manga and stuff like that, that there's even things that the anime did not choose to cover or adapt from it. Like the Zeph stuff. Apparently, the live action tackled what happened in the manga, while the anime decided to avoid that. That's something I heard as well. So I love the little tidbits and nuggets of information you guys have been able to parse out and provide. So hope you guys are supportive. Keep all, it's weird to say, spoilers to yourselves, considering I guess all the major plot points as they happened in the live action will probably still be mostly true here, with some deviations throughout. But you know, if it wasn't covered there, or it can be clarified without spoiling anything further, I'd be fine with that. But no, like, straight up spoilers for things that neither have covered, I would appreciate. But with all that said and down the way, let's go ahead and hop into episode 1. If you want to see the full-length reaction to this, you can check it out over on Patreon, or if you become a member of the channel, get you access as well. It will be a watch-along format, so you will need your own footage to sync up with the time code, some reaction the entire episode. Get the same thing for all the other shows and movies that we cover on the channel. You also get to suggest and vote on what movies to react to each month. We got monthly Q&As, behind-the-scenes footage, and try to make it worth your while. So sure, go to support the channel. But guys, I really appreciate it if you enjoy this reaction, to leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe if you're not already. And because this is anime, you know, it might be opaque, it will be cropped, it will be a little bit different than the live action coverage, just because they are way stricter. Because I know Toei, I believe, is the company behind this one. They are very protective and very strict about these types of things. So if it's not very pretty to look at, I apologize, but I do have to obscure things for me to be able to put it here on YouTube for you guys. And I'm just doing it to protect myself and the channel so that we continue this further. I've been very afraid of anime because of all the horror stories. We've been breaking into it a little bit, and I think we can be a little safe here if I just kind of play it a little cautious. So follow along, enjoy. Let's dive into episode 1. Here we go. Oh, interesting. Okay. Okay. Did they do an adaptation of this in the live action for the theme? It sounds familiar. But the Gold Roger thing, man, it was just kind of like a clip show. They just kind of rotated it in, just got that out of the way. I assume we'll revisit it in some way, shape, or form later, but it's interesting how they really livened that up and expanded that in the live action one. I like that opening a lot, but I wonder how long it actually will take us to get the whole crew together, considering. Oh, is that Luffy in the barrel? The man who's gonna be king of the pirates. You suck. Oh. Oh. Alvida? Oh, and Nami's here too. Already differences. I like it. Keep me on my toes. Oh, he's such a little potato. Start pounding the ship. Giggity. Oh, yeah, and he's on that ship and not Alvida's. Again, assuming he's in fact in the barrel, which I'm pretty sure he is. Ah! Oh my lord, that is massive. Good lord. Ah! Why? Graceful. Very graceful. Okay. She's sneaking onto Alvida's ship. Oh! Oh, whoa! Goddamn! Ruthless. Kobe in here me like, I'm taking the biggest barrel possible. How heavy can Luffy be? What a goober. What? Wait, can he not be cut in this? Thought he only had blunt force immunity, but he snapped their swords somehow. Uh-oh, he sniffed something. He sniffed something. Oh! And that is how Kobe dies. You're like, no, it's fine. It's normal. It's okay. Oh, and he got swept up. Wow. It's been 2 years. You're dumb and stupid. Oh, rude. Love it. You're a wimp too. Man, I hate you. What the fuck? Well, she's scooping up all their loot and making off with it. Oh! Oh! God damn. Oh, is this our mid-credit card? You can never beat Full Metal Alchemist.
ていうか、ルフィさん海賊だったんですか？
ああ、
仲間は？
ない。これから探すところだ。
You broke him. You broke him.
富と名声と力の一つなぎの大秘宝、ワンピースを目指すってことですよ。
ああ、もう狙う。
無理です。無理、絶対無理。無理に決まってます。この大海賊時代の頂点に立つなんてできるわけないですよ。
Relax, my guy.
できるかどうかじゃない。
え？
なりたいからなるんだ。海賊王になるって俺が決めたんだから。そのために戦って死ぬんなら別にいい。
No.
さーてと、腹も膨れたし、船。
So casual.
考えたこともなかったです。僕にもやれるでしょうか。死ぬ気なら僕でも
Aww.
海軍に入れるでしょうか。
海軍？
そうです。悪いやつを取り締まるのが僕の夢なんです。小さい頃からの夢なんです。やれるでしょうか。
そんなの知らねえよ。
いえ、やります。このまま雑用で一生を終えるくらいならここを抜け出してアルビナ。
Aww.
そんなやつを仲間にして誰を捕まえるんだって？海賊狩りのゾロじゃなさそうだね。
Oh.
この海で一番美しいものは誰だい？
それはもちろん。
誰だこの。
Oh my gosh. Love these all these old school sound effects, man. Nice. Ah! Yo, that's a good reveal.
なんてね。
ゴムゴムの。
Yo, nice.
ルフィさん、あなたは一体。
俺はゴム人間だ。
You know, just a rubber person, as they are.
お前悪魔の実を食べたんだね。
ああ、ゴムゴムの実を食った。
随分と腕も立つようだが賞金稼ぎか
Aw.
俺は海賊だ。
い。そうかい、お前も海賊かい。なら私とは敵同士ってことだね。
ルフィさん逃げましょう。
なんで？
あの金棒の威力見たでしょ。この方はこの海で一番強。
海賊王になるって俺が決めたんだから。そのために戦って死ぬんなら別にいい。
一番なんだい？
一番いかついクソババアです。
Wow, get him, get him. Luffy's really got him standing up for himself now.
僕は海軍に入るんだ。入って海賊どもをやっつけるんだ。海軍に入ってお前をとっ捕まえる。
Rude.
悔いはない。僕は言った。戦った夢のために。
よく言った。聞かないね。ゴムだから。
Yo. Ah! Oh my god. Looks like Alvida's blasting off again. just like seeing how it's done here and how they executed it in the live action too. It's just so it further impresses me how they pulled that off.
おい、こいつは海軍に入るんだ。黙って行かせろ。
Keep your mouth shut. Let him go. Uh-oh.
ちょうどよかったじゃんか。お前行けば？俺が海賊だ。逃げる。
Ah! Interesting. So how do they cross paths in this?
ワンピースを目指すってことはあのグランドラインへ行くってことですよね。
だから強い仲間が必要なんだ。海賊狩りのなんとかってどんな
Oh, that's
ことですか？今は海
Artie's being held prisoner at a Navy base. Oh, so he's already there. Interesting. But he heard about this so-called pirate hunter and he's now seeking him out. That's kind of interesting.
いいやつだったら仲間にしてみようと思ってさ。
If he's a good guy.
悪いやつだから捕まってるんです。無理です。無理無理無理無理。
Oh, wow.
なんで殴る
Hey,
んです
bop him
な
again.
んとなくだ。
Yeah. Hey, there he is. There's our boy. Ooh. To be continued. Dude, that was a really good first episode. And like, while, you know, there's obviously some changes and stuff to like set everybody's courses a little bit different that they did in like in the live action. Like you can see all the little pieces and the elements here. Luffy though is a lot more brash in the way that he reacts to certain things. You know, it kind of came out though in the Alvida scene though, when he was just like, no, he called you this fat stupid cow or whatever he said in the live action. Like, yeah, the things that Kobe actually did say here out loud, but like they came from Luffy though. But he's like, are you dumb? Are you stupid? You whiny little bitch. And he kept bonking him every time he said something stupid when he got tired of hearing him whine or complain. It's kind of funny. But like Luffy just has this just carefree, like he's just living his own life, living in his own world, like attitude that just kind of draws you in. Like he's like, oh, that's nice. Food, give me food. Just smiling through it all, you know, and just this just matter of fact way he states everything. I think it came off a little bit. This might be a sin to say, like the inspirational quality that drives and pulls out, that inspires Kobe to do what he did here and stand up for his dreams. It came across a little bit better, I think, in the live action for me, but I still love the way they did it though. Just this person coming in and being so just confident in themselves to inspire you to grasp and reach for your own dreams. Like, I felt like it was a more natural conversation that they did in the adaptation, but it's still a very anime thing here that they did with this. And it was still so much fun. And little potato Kobe coming out of his shell and like, you know, being brought onto this whole little thing while Luffy's just not going to take anything from anybody. Like that aspect of it is in and of itself inspirational. I could see how that rubs off. It's kind of like an aura he's exuding. And then just in passing, we have Nami here, you know, not Buggy's ship or anybody else like coming in, like her messing with his goons, stealing their ship and making away. She's in the whole Alvida mix-up, just doing her own thing. She was here under her own guise. Did she know they were going to get boarded? Because she was already stowing away on the cruise ship, this luxury liner where everybody was just hanging out or whatever. She was already there. Was she going to rob that place? Or did she know Alvida was going to hit that place and then turn her sights towards that? Because she changed into a pirate outfit, snuck over there and stole all the booty from Alvida's ship's stores while they were distracted raiding the cruise ship. Was that like a happenstance change of plan? She's like, oh, well, while they're distracted, I go steal their ship because they'll be in here going through everything. That might be messy. Or was that always the plan? I don't know. It was really interesting to have that whole thing mixed up. While there are some familiar elements that I've seen, like already right out of the gate, we got some key differences. Though we still had like the pirate hunter Ronor Zoro coming up in this conversation with Alvida, thinking that he might be hunting her when she hears that this person she believes to be a bounty hunter is on the ship, but it ends up being Luffy, just another pirate. That informed Luffy to go seek out Zoro instead of just them happening upon one another. So I'm very curious to see how that's different. I love seeing the reverse of this because I know a lot of people who are fans of this going in to watch the live action have a very different experience. So I like seeing the reverse of that, and I hope you guys enjoy it as well. I hope it's not too annoying when I'm comparing one to the other, but that's the way I'm coming into this. But I really like that. I like the reveal of Luffy, I think, in this a little bit better, though. And not to discount the live action at all, because again, I love it to death. I love what they did with that. But I love him running from the hordes of pirates and stuff like that and then grabbing on, and it's just a trick because he's baiting them into his move, into Gum Gum Rocket. And we didn't see that till the final episode in there. But I like that he's already kind of got a repertoire already in motion. It shows that he's not just kind of screwing around, even though he kind of is, because he just went off on his own on a boat and he got sucked up in a maelstrom. I like how they still kind of incorporated that, where we already started with him in the barrel. So like, while there are some points I would give the live action, like the intro with Gold Roger, the more motivational interpersonal speeches and stuff like that, everything else is very cohesive and very one-to-one in a lot of ways, at least spiritually. But this is a really great introductory episode to kind of just get the ball rolling and get us moving in the story, introduce us to our lead character, who seems more like we're introducing him as like a passerby. It's almost like, because we were kind of focused on Kobe for the bulk of this, while we were switching perspectives between him, catching up with Nami and all this, we were mostly seeing Luffy through Kobe's perspective, because it's almost like we're the passengers seeing this carefree entity coming by, and we're experiencing his kind of aftermath, and we're being pulled along with it. I'm wondering if that's indicative of all the other episodes until we eventually cement ourselves into Luffy's perspective, or if that's how we frame everything. Because that's a very interesting thing if you frame it from the point of view as somebody who is experiencing Luffy's adventure, but we see Luffy's adventure from that point of view. It creates this weird kind of experience for the viewer. And I'm basing this solely off of this singular episode right now. And I'm very curious to see how it evolves, how we get into this. But I love what we got with this episode. It was so much fun. It was so much fun. Obviously, this came out a long time ago. It evokes so much nostalgia for me because it reminds me a lot of early Dragon Ball, which I grew up on. I actually was one of the few people that watched Dragon Ball before Dragon Ball Z became the big thing that drew most people in. But it has that very Dragon Ball quality with the more elevated adventure aspect of the world, not so much focused on like the fights and the power scaling and all that. And maybe it'll pick up into that as things get farther in, as you naturally have to escalate as the story progresses. But yeah, I'm excited to see where we go. Cause I mean, like with Naruto, I don't know how crazy this gets, but Dragon Ball, they were just punching stuff, running from dinosaurs and beating some, bandits in a desert and all that, to world ending, catastrophic fights where they are moving beyond the speed of light, clashing, their punches tear holes in reality. And even in Naruto too, it went from basic combat hand to hand, some little trickery with the ninjutsu and stuff, to fighting on the moon, cutting the moon in half, devastating entire countrysides with your stray blasts and stuff. Like, I wonder if this also kind of has an eventuality of power scaling into just insane heights. Don't tell me. I would love to figure that out as we go along. I mean, we saw just a little glimpse in the live action, I guess, of like a potential direction that some of that might go when, what's his name? Mihawk showed up. When we got his introduction, he's slow-mo cutting those shells, and then just the shockwave from him swinging Yoru just severed a ship off in half in the distance. He's like in-game level to my understanding in some ways. So like, I don't know what the trajectory is going to be, but I can't wait to see the evolution of it. So great first episode. This was a really good first episode, especially for Luffy's character. So I'm excited to see what more we get into and expand some of these characters in a different way. And yeah, let's see what happens. Let's go ahead and crack in, guys. What'd you think? Sound off the comments. Let me know your thoughts down below. We'll carry on the conversation after the video. Hope you enjoyed the reaction. If you did, leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe if you're not already. And remember, if you want to see the full-length reaction, check it out over on Patreon, or if you become a member of the channel, get you access as well. And speaking of before we go, I want to shout out our channel legends: Manny Share, Ryan Karen, York, Coruscant, Margaret Grace, Melito, Robert Anguiano, Jeffrey Hale, M. Sephiroth, Jake and Trail, Eric Official, and Amy Becca. Thank you guys so much for your continued support. But that's it for this video, guys, and I'll see you all in the next one. Take care, everybody.